stream. I had an unexpected guest and had to resolve some issues. Without further ado, back to the power creep into Whitechapel.
This is no place for a gentleman.
Steady, boy! I've got one of them!
Yeah, this is payback.
We have to stop it.
Come on. Bring it.
I'll kill you!
Not so tough without your friends, huh? I'm gonna make you pay for every blow that you've made on me up till now. Give me back my blood. Come on. Come on. Come on. Adorable. You ever heard of death by 1,000 cuts? Well, this is a hacksaw. How do you shoot through a tree? You know what? Screw this. Die. Is that a baby? I'm not gonna search for it. Where'd the archer go? You know what? I don't have the patience to look for him right now, so I'm just going to continue. You can try. One down, 2 to go. Ooh. Give me your blood. Why? Why is it fire? Ooh. Oh yeah, fire and sun, I forgot. You know, I bet that would work. Let's see. Whenever this loading screen gets done. There we go. Now I gotta mop the floor with those other guys again. Yay. Again. That shotgun blast gets me every time. You mind? You're gonna fight on my terms. Your turn. Bring it.
I'll send you back in a fucking drain!
Come on. Stone up. That all you got? Now. Give me that. Shillings! Here we go. One down. Give me your blood. Come on. It's just you and me. You're gonna die. Come on. Come on. That tickled. Those were really your last words? Ooh, sodium hypochlorite solution. Aluminum powder, aluminum shard, those will be important later. Ooh, goody. Grease and screws. Shillings! Shotgun shell. Salicin and quinine. Bottle of alcohol and rusty box of pills. In addition to curing your cough, it could also give you tetanus. Large box of pills. Ooh, that should have something important in it because that's rare. Well, at least I know. For being more than double my level, you are actually pretty squishy. Use pre-win stake. That is what I was after. Report about Pembroke. 2nd of November, from Scout Louise Cagney. To Mr. Geoffrey McCullum. Object, Pembroke Hospital. Survey, vampire activity. Sir, having observed the Pembroke Hospital for 2 weeks now. Having observed the hospital for 2 weeks now, and we can confirm vampire activity there. First, we now have proof of the presence of a female leech inside the hospital. Okay, yeah, I already knew that, but maybe you didn't. The beast is clever. She acts like a mental patient to hide her true unholy condition. Wait, what? Oh, I'm not spoiling it. I'm not reading that any further because that would spoil it. I figured the point of a safe would be to, you know, like actually keep something safe. It's in the name and everything. Hey, hey! Look what we found. Salicin, quinine, a box of pills. Pills here! Break the watch, break the bottle of alcohol, break the small bottles, break down the box of pills, break down the rusty box of pills, and break down the rare large box of pills. Now, what we need is a treatment for fatigue and a treatment for anemia. Later on, we will need a treatment for bronchitis But yeah, that's the this is right here is the reason why we are power creeping through Whitechapel. Because the formula for treatment for headache is in the Whitechapel Cemetery. And the only way to get there is by going through Whitechapel. Or going a roundabout way that is far too dangerous for my current level. That being said, we have got the used pre-win stake now. Yes, I know about this. I'm going to go ahead and restore it. Improve the stun on it. And now, notice it gives 23 stun. The used stake only gives 10 stun. That doesn't seem like much, but that's actually pretty significant. Actually, I'm left found wanting with how little the damage this used hacksaw gives. So, let's see, 65, 75. I'm gonna up that and give it a little bit of blood absorption. That way I can keep my blood up. Now, come here so you can swap your weapons, your main hand and offhand, and choose whichever offhand weapon or main hand weapon you want to use. There is the massive difference between the used stake and the pre-win stake. Give me your blood. Wait your turn. Come on. Yum nom 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 nom. Give me your blood. Oh, that's taken care of. Treasure chest. Another treasure chest. Wow, plenty of treasure down here. derelict home. Shillings! I almost forgot about this area. I always forget about this area. Oh, by the way, there is no such thing as fast travel in this game. So if you want to get somewhere, you got to figure out how to read a map, and you got to walk there. And depending on the difficulty, the map could get more and more convoluted. I'm playing on the hardest difficulty, which means the map is supposed to be extremely convoluted. Essentially, it's a maze. Shillings! Uh-oh, somebody is freaking out. Ooh, yummy. A snack. Do I have to save him? Well, if I want the good ending, I do have to save him. Yummy. Oh crap, this one can teleport. Alright, you're getting on my nerves with that teleporting. Stay still. Yummy. Shillings. Another rusty box of pills and a bottle of alcohol. Petition letter. Mr. Bates must stop. For months, for years maybe. Cadigan Bates, the guy that I'm going to be rescuing, that's okay, suspect, has exploited us. Mr. Bates must stop. If we had more money or proper jobs, we would never have We would never rent any of his extortionate flats. Mr. Bates must stop. We all know what revolting solution he proposes to the women who can't pay weekly rent. Mr. Bates must stop. Let's meet him together soon and demand for an immediate change. Huh. So this guy is a grade A scumbag. Very nice. Alrighty. Oh, great. I didn't even want to know anything more about him. Shillings! What the? He didn't drop anything? Oh well. Ooh, goodies. Shillings!
What? What happened? Who are you?
It's all right, sir. You're safe now.
For now.
Fellow Englishman. Thank you, sir. For a moment I thought those bloody heathens had killed me.
What are you doing here? This place is not safe.
Yeah, it's a cesspool, but it's mine. I came to collect some overdue rent. But those who still live here have gone completely bonkers.
You're very lucky to be alive.
Yeah, filthy.
You can find safety of sorts in Whitechapel. If you're quick and cautious, you'll be able to avoid the savages.
I could feed on him, but I'm trying to get the good ending. Which unfortunately means you gotta let scumbags live. Logically, nobody would miss him, but still, killing sort of innocent people is wrong. Even ambiguously racist people. Is this how I got it out through that other... Nope. Oh, it must be through another way. I don't know. It's been a long time since I played this game. What the? Oh, it's just falling wallpaper. Or scuffs on the wall. Dang it, why does everything important have to be shiny? And the wallpapers as well. Well, waste not, want not. Solving the rat problem one rat at a time. I'll take that blood off your hands. Come on. Come on. This makes me feel like a hobo Wesker. I have only 7 minutes to play. Here. A locked door. There's got to be a way to open that door. No, that gate's locked, so... Wait, what's around here? Shillings! By the way, this area right over here is the Whitechapel's local district. And it is a safe place if you were trying to get the good or the best ending. However, if you were trying to get the bad or the worst ending, then it is going to be very hostile when you come back, depending on whether or not you feed on everybody. He said Albert, so I'm assuming that's Albert Palmer. Did he get shot in the face?
Another drunk arsehole littering the streets. Not me.
Are you all right?
The bastard hit the wall next to me. I don't even know if he meant to miss.
If you've been hurt, I can help you. I'm a doctor.
Name's Albert. Remember it. Now bugger off.
I found the recruiter you were expecting. He's dead, but he carried a note. The Wet Boot Boys have accepted your application.
I knew it! I told you I was tough enough. I'll be free soon.
You're being manipulated by these criminals. What's worse is that you're clever enough to know better.
You're all fancy words, none of which concern me. Go worry about someone else. I'm fine and I've a future here.
Like I said before, idiot. He has fatigue.
Do you need assistance?
Yeah, why not?
Feeling tired these days.
There you go. Let's hope nobody steals it from you.
Very funny.
What happened? Did you really steal that man's medication?
Hey, I didn't do anything, it ain't me.
Medication and drugs are a rare commodity in East London. So you picked an easy target, didn't you?
Sod off, mister. You ain't got no clue what's going on here. Bastard was a soldier in the war, so now he's got the right to shoot me.
It's true. I'm not familiar with this part of town. Perhaps you could help me.
I said sod off. Go find yourself another guide.
Goodbye, young man.
I won't end up another drunk arsehole littering the streets. Not me.
No, you'll end up dead.
Drugs for the sick and stuff, Rick.
What? Shooting a boy in the middle of the street. Not the best thing to do, wouldn't you say?
What? You saw what happened? Who are you?
I'm Dr. Reed, and I'd like to ask you a few questions, if you promise me to set your gun aside.
No. Look, I'm not a violent man. I'm Benjamin Palmer, doctor. And no one can help me. Not even you.
He has a migraine. And he's simple-minded.
Perhaps you could focus for a moment and tell me your troubles.
I'm sick, broke, and my son just stole my pills. Everything's coming up roses.
What can you tell me about this place?
Nothing to say, really. This is where I used to live, and this is where I live now.
You don't have anywhere to go. No family that would welcome you.
Not since the death of my wife, Albert's mother. She was sick, you see. Long before the flu and all this shit.
You mean you used to have a better life?
Yeah, I had a wife, a home, and a job. I even used to have a name. Now I'm just Ben. Ben the Tramp.
What is it, Benjamin? It was the war, wasn't it? Your nerves are shot, aren't they? I need some answers, Private. From one soldier to another.
The doctors called me a liar. A coward. Put me in a straitjacket, locked me up. Finally, they sent me back to the front lines with a handful of tablets.
It's a pity that doctors still practice such barbaric methods. It's a dishonor to our profession.
Now only the pills stop me thinking about this shit. To not hear the explosions. I'm even scared of the dark these days.
Whatever the boy did, I'm sure he didn't deserve a public execution.
I swear I didn't want to hit him. It's just that I'm sick in the head, you see, and the boy just frayed me last nerve.
A gun, alcohol, and a bad temper make a terrible cocktail, sir. Goodbye for now.
Well, I can't treat his migraine without the formula to treat it, so...
Its effectiveness has been proven by many. Even the flu is no match for the Swanborough cordial.
Snake oil salesman!
Good evening, miss.
Good evening, sir. Are you interested in a miraculous cure for this unknown and deadly epidemic?
Actually, I am.
Then you have come to the right place. The famous Swanborough cordial is all you need to help keep you in perfect health.
Oh, really? Why didn't I hear about it during my studies? I'm Jonathan Reed, by the way. Dr. Jonathan Reed.
Ah, my brother has spoken of your research, sir. I'm Loretta Swanborough, and it's always a pleasure to meet a fellow healer.
Yeah, you're not a healer. You're a liar. And you're a healthy liar at that, so you're literally taking advantage of the sick and desperate and impoverished to line your own pockets. You are essentially what telemarketers are.
Tell me, who intrigues you most in Whitechapel?
The region itself is something to see, but I would say Camellia the mute florist who gives away her flowers.
Is there anyone I should avoid?
Cadogan Bates, without a doubt. The bloody bastard remorselessly exploits poor migrants as soon as they get here.
What do you think of the locals?
Most of them are afraid or desperate. They all come to me eventually for my remedy.
Yeah, because they're desperate, and they're, for what I can remember, no doctors. You're a sleazebag.
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? I'd like to know more about her.
I don't like to talk about competition.
Competition, you say?
Never met her, but it seems she provides some sort of medical care to the poor.
Yeah.
Some sort of scam, if you ask me.
You're one to talk.
I'd like to see what kind of medicine you're selling.
Opium, drugs. Ergotamine, I don't know what that is, but I do know that it's a synthetic compound. Potassium permanganate, however you pronounce that. Codeine, drug. Sodium hypochlorite solution, I still don't know what that is, but it's whatever. Ferrous tartrate, that's basically iron solution. Glass, and the snake oil. There's nothing valuable in that. And here we are.
It's not my call, Barrett. You pay one way or another. Please, Joe. How long have we known each other? We even used to be neighbours, for Christ's sake. I prefer not to give you another beating, Barrett.
I'll be back. Gotta go through and get that formula. Then there's the prostitute, the Romanian prostitute. Any cans of treasure? The reporter. Camellia. Reverend Henry Kane.
Gentlemen. Last warning, sir.
Just trying to get to my house. Ooh, treasure. Nope. I came this way for a singular purpose. And it looks like I'm going to be getting into a fight that's a little over my head regardless. Hey, I found a hideout. Nice. Gotta be something worthwhile in here. Shillings! Of course. What? I have no idea where I am. Shillings! Oh, hey. Cemetery. Ah ha ha ha. Here it is. This is the formula for the headaches. Ah, there was something. Bullets! I'll deal with Henry Kane later.
Safer places to be than here. Go back home, idiot!
Don't you call me an idiot. I'm a genius. Now I can cure their ills. As far as I know, I'll probably end up having to go through and create more treatments, but I won't know until I talk to them.
Excuse me, sir. Are you familiar with this part of town? Name's Clayton Darby, reporter.
Sorry, I'm new to Whitechapel. But perhaps you could help me since you're a journalist. My name is Jonathan Reed.
Dr. Reed, the famous surgeon. I'll gladly help if I'm able, sir.
He is
Do you need
fatigued.
assistance?
That would be nice of you, Doctor. Who knows what I may have caught during my investigation.
If you persist in investigating the most pox-ridden boroughs of London, you must accept the risks.
Thank you, sir.
Why are the newspapers keeping silent about the Spanish influenza? It's as though none of you care.
There's a war going on. People shouldn't be demoralized by news of deadly diseases.
If no one stops it, this epidemic could turn into a scourge. It may kill more people than the war itself.
Yes, this is another kind of war, but just as deadly. History will judge us all for what we did and what we did not.
What is a journalist doing in this borough after sunset?
He goes where none of his colleagues would dare to go, to inform the country.
So you risk your life to reveal the truth. I saw many reporters do the same during the war.
Whitechapel is the crucible of so many untold stories and tragedies. I want people to know them.
That's quite honorable. But is the public interested?
Not at all, sir. And that's why I'm an independent journalist, hoping to sell some stories.
Mm-hmm. You might very well, you and Camellia and what's his name? One of the doctors at you, Camellia, actually two of the doctors at the Pembroke Hospital might be the only 3-4 people that are actually decent in this game.
Have you any idea of the danger you face in these streets at night?
I've had to run and hide more than once from frenzied mobs incensed by the fever. Do you think the flu is really responsible for this, Doctor?
I'm convinced there is more at work here than a simple epidemic.
Really? To be honest, I could say the same. Some of the sick I saw or heard of. My God, what happened to them?
Goodbye, Mr. Darby. Farewell.
Gets to talk to the prostitute now.
Don't be shy, handsome. What can Christina do for you?
I'm not looking for what you're selling. But I'd like to ask you a few questions, if I may. I'm a doctor. Dr. Reed.
All right then, but be quick. Though I usually get paid when I open my mouth.
Do you need any assistance, Miss Popper?
It depends on the price of your medicine.
I am shocked that you would think I am that sort of man.
Forgive my suspicion. I'm so used to liars with good manners. Thank you, sir.
This is what doctors, or in my opinion, this is what certain medical practitioners and pharmacists, if they're within their legal ability, should do for the populace whenever there is a war or whenever there is a epidemic. Obviously they need to protect themselves, but they should definitely go through and check their patients, especially their regulars, and check in on them to see if everything's okay.
Tell me about it.
Are you joking with me? People don't usually come to see me for conversation.
I have no interest in your work. I am, however, curious as to what led you into this career.
Short story. The war, exile, and England. This country is not especially welcoming. I've been refused many jobs because of where I am from. I had few options left.
I'm sure you could have found another job, perhaps less lucrative. Maybe you should try again.
And when exactly was the last time you looked for a job? Or worried about the rent, or what, or when you were going to eat?
I don't know, like 5-10 minutes ago, I guess.
Christina, have you been examined? The epidemic is spreading fast in London, and you could be exposed, or expose others.
I don't like doctors, or hospitals, but I don't like you asking questions.
I'm just trying to be helpful, okay?
You can put your own life in danger, that's your decision. But what about your clients? If you're contaminated, you will put them in danger too.
And you think that would worry me?
It should.
You knew the men I deal with. Their health would not be what you'd worry about.
Considering your line of work, I assure you it is only a matter of time before you have health issues.
If it is going to happen, it will happen. Right now, I need money. That's what's important.
Yeah, I need money too, but it doesn't necessarily mean I'm going to hoe myself out. Then again, I wouldn't be very successful in that situation, or as successful as you, so...
Clayton Darby claims he will expose the crisis in Whitechapel to all of London. Do you believe him?
I believe Clayton's courage will erode with time, until he finally leaves Whitechapel to start another fight somewhere else.
It's kind of bleak, but under the circumstances, this is 1917, just before the end of the First World War, and when the epidemic, or the Spanish flu, is in full swing, so I can kind of understand why the cynicism.
Why this skepticism?
How can you speak about starvation
Cynicism.
if you've never been hungry? Or about poverty? Or anything else you have never suffered from?
Are you talking from experience?
I've seen your type come here to get a good fuck in a cheap room or a dark alley before going back to their fancy houses in the West End.
Hey, okay? Jonathan Reed may have originated from the West End. He may actually come from money. But in this case, especially seeing as how I'm trying to do the good thing, I'm actually here for good reasons, okay? Reasons that don't really directly benefit myself.
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? Anything you can tell me about her would be helpful.
I don't know her, but I know her name is...
Respect her.
Dorothea helps the sick people of Whitechapel. Everyone should respect that.
Goodbye, miss. Take care of yourself as best you can. Excuse me, sir. I have a few questions for you.
Another journalist? I didn't answer the first one, so piss off!
I'm not a journalist, I'm a doctor.
A doctor, you say? It's quite a rare breed in this part of town.
Really? But still, here I am. Dr. Jonathan Reed, at your service.
I'm Joe Peterson to some, but Colossus Joe to most. And I don't remember asking for your service, sir.
Yeah, it doesn't look like you need it.
I do whatever I want, and sometimes even more. Now sod off.
According to you, physicians are scarce in this part of town. Why is that?
Not familiar with this neighbourhood, are you?
Not
I
really.
guess your fancy colleagues are too afraid of being stabbed in the back.
This part of town does have quite a reputation. Would you say it's justified?
Totally. Look at me, for instance. I always look my opponent in the eye before knocking him out.
Have you heard of a nurse named Dorothy Crane? She's a colleague of mine, and is supposed to live around here.
Dorothy Crane? Yeah, I know her. One of the few good souls who dare to help the sick around here.
Could you please tell me more about her?
She's a nice girl. Tries to help the migrants. I offered to give her a hand, but she said my reputation would attract too much attention.
Goodbye, Mr. Peterson.
Welcome, sir. Please, take a browse of my wares.
I am Dr. Reed. I would like to ask you a few questions, if you don't mind.
Doctor? Interesting. I'm Barrett Lewis. Usually I don't have time to waste with talk, but at this hour of the night I can hardly refuse.
How is business around here?
Business? I have no business. Between this racket, theft, and customers getting scared, I'm losing money every day.
I see. Sounds like you blame someone in particular for your situation.
It's no secret Joe Peterson spends his time harassing merchants. But with me, he's trying to put me out of business once and for all.
As a merchant, you see Whitechapel every day. Have you noticed anything out of the ordinary recently?
Well, you mean besides the epidemic, the war, and all the usual crap? As long as I can remember, this part of town has been a bottomless pit, and no sign of the bottom yet.
Well, yeah, a bottomless pit would be bottomless.
Violence is increasing in the borough.
Yeah. A few nights ago, some blokes jumped me. Came out of one of the condemned workshops. Fever, madness, something like that.
Where did this happen? Why did you go there?
In the closed workshops nearby. I worked there as an apprentice in better days. Now I only go to find trinkets or tools. Too bad I was mugged, though. There was good money in that little box of loot I lost.
Have you been hurt?
No, but that's only because I ran like hell. Those men were raving lunatics, I tell you. Not even able to speak anymore, just screaming.
Have you heard of a nurse called Dorothy Crane?
Nurse Crane? So the bitch really is a nurse, then? Always thought she was just some crafty foreigner, that one.
Yes, she's a nurse, and quite a good one. What did she do to gain such notoriety?
Dorothy Crane ain't even a real name. Something like Dorothea Craniu. Something like that. Came to England fleeing the war, I was told.
That doesn't explain why she irritates you so much.
Your precious Nurse Crane gives away medical supplies and prescriptions for free. I offered to sell it for a fair cut, but no. Miss Crane wanted to play the quiet saint.
Yeah, that speaks volumes of her character. What's your excuse?
Goodbye for now, Mr. Lewis. Hello, young man. I'm Dr. Reed, and I would like to ask you a few questions. May I enter, please?
Sorry, no, sir. My father does not like people entering our house, you see.
Your father is worried about you, boy. He asked me to look for you.
So my father actually worries about me then? Okay then. Come on in. I'm Harry, by the way. Even my dreams are soaked with gloom.
So, may I ask you a few questions?
I'm not bothered. What could be worse?
Do you need any medical help, young man?
Yes, I do. I feel so tired. I don't know if it's the epidemic, but everything seems so hard.
Crap.
I will see you later. How do you feel?
I'm fine. I mean, it's not easy every day, but I'm fine. I'm just tired of being sick all the time. If only I could be tough like... Well, you know.
Speaking of which, what can you tell me about your father?
My father is an idiot who makes idiot things. That's all I have to say.
Forgive my bluntness, young man, but you don't seem happy living in Whitechapel.
Why should I? I never wanted to come here in the first place. It was my father's decision. And look around you. Does this look like a nice place to live?
This place is awful, I agree. But does that not mean your situation can only improve?
That's exactly what my father says. Harry, you should be grateful for what you've got. But I wasn't even consulted when we moved here.
Kids aren't really consulted with their parents about where they're going. They just go.
If life here is so terrible for you, why don't you just leave this place? Have you ever spoken to your father about it?
I don't go outside. It terrifies me so. I went outside once without my father noticing and I saw terrible things. Bloody and frightening things.
So that's why you stay at home all day? For fear of the epidemic?
I'm not afraid of disease or death, Dr. Reed. It's the living I'm afraid of.
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? I'd like to know more about her.
Yes, I know her. She came here to examine me when I was very sick. She said I should go out more.
You should take her advice.
Goodbye, young man. Take care of yourself.
I'm gonna look around.
With gloom.
Jesus, you're like a friggin' living beam. Job refusal letter. Oh, he straight got turned down.
Forgive my interruption.
Do not apologize, my son. Father Tobias Whitaker is always happy to teach mortals about the incoming Armageddon.
I am Dr. Jonathan Reed, and I just have...
What?
A scientist? You are much more lost than I thought, my son.
You are not all there, are you?
What do you mean when you say that I am more lost than you thought?
All scientists are entangled in a world of causes and consequences. And most of them can't see the plain truth.
Quite a judgmental opinion, if you ask me. But what do I know? Blinded by science as I am.
Well, you are seeking answers, aren't you?
Yeah.
Answers about the Armageddon about to strike the city. Answers about the hidden truth.
Tell me this hidden truth.
Well, I suppose I can spare a few minutes listening to your so-called truth.
As a doctor, you must be aware of the decimating epidemic.
Yeah.
But let me tell you that this so-called Spanish flu is just the beginning of the end.
What do you mean?
The beast is finally revealing itself, corrupting the flesh and the heart of men. With my own eyes I have seen them, those minions from the abyss.
Well, he's not exactly wrong, but at the same time, he is feeding the fanaticism of people like the Guard of Prewin and the desperate.
Really? And what would be your answer to this biblical threat?
We must fight the disease before this legion outnumbers us. But not with scalpels and microscopes. No.
What is left then?
Cleansing fire.
So you want to burn every single thing that you see is, I'm guessing, tainted? I'm gonna hold my tongue.
Tell me, Tobias, what exactly is your plan concerning the cleansing of this city?
God will recognize his own. More than once this city has risen from the ashes, hardened and purified by the flames.
So your logic is kill them all, let God sort them out. But if you kill them all, then you're killing them all. You're not giving them an opportunity to bonkers. You're insane.
Purification by fire has proved useful, but where do you stop? Burn the clothes? The buildings? The corpses? Worse?
Your lack of faith is predictable. But my task is to convince rational minds like yours to see the light. This is God's will.
You're mad and dangerous. You're nothing but a soulless butcher.
True.
A small-time Torquemada. The Savonarola of Whitechapel.
My son, if you think salvation is a free gift, go listen to the lies of that pompous fool, Joseph.
Joseph, a fool?
Vicar Larrabee of St. Mary's Church. While he continues preaching his fraudulent redemption, more and more people die in the streets.
Okay, so I see. You're hardcore Old Testament. Vicar Larrabee is New Testament and believes in forgiveness and remission. But you don't believe in that at all. You believe everybody is going to go to hell. And I can't logic with this guy because his logic is so flawed and
Have you any friends? Any family left in these terrible times?
No. But I have a disciple I see as my son. He is so devoted. I sent him to preach the good word in the heart of this corrupted city.
Where did you send him?
I sent Samuel to the Stonebridge Cemetery, where the pestilence and evil grows night after night.
You sent him on some preaching crusade during the epidemic.
As a true believer, Samuel will fear no evil while he walks through the valley of the shadow of death.
This guy.
I have had enough for tonight. Goodbye.
I don't even want to treat this guy, to be honest. Oh, crap. Oh, dang it. You nasty. Cigarette case. Bullets. Okay, so I killed 3 of them. Where are the goodies that they dropped? Or did only one of them drop goodies? Oh. Ooh.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. I would like to ask you a few questions.
Please be my guest. Although I may not be the best informant regarding this part of town, my words speak about that which the eyes cannot see.
Really? Are you an artist of some kind?
I'm a poet, sir. Richard Nethercott, at your service.
Do you need medical attention?
Richard Nethercott has a cold.
It may be wise to let you prescribe me something. I don't feel like I should.
I understand your appetite for words and macabre beauty, sir. But you should be more careful.
The nutrition of my mind is more important than my physical health. But I appreciate your concern, sir.
May I ask what you're doing at this?
Not at all. I'm just enjoying the pleasure of a quiet...
But are you... Oh, what? If you say so. But as a physician in a time of epidemic, I must caution you to avoid unnecessary exposure, sir.
Thank you, Doctor. But we both know the seeker of truth has to go boldly where the weak dare not.
What are your thoughts?
Terrible, you say? No. Of course, the death of so many innocents is a tragedy. But the scourge has not been all bad for the city. Oh, no, sir.
What are you talking about?
Do you remember London before the flu? Noisy, cacophonic, quiet, nowhere to be found. And now, listen to this oddly peaceful silence.
Yes. The enjoyable silence of the grave. You have a unique perspective on the situation, I must admit.
Most people fail to understand my perspective. I don't blame them. But how could I call myself a poet if I veiled my feelings?
Are you aware that your life could be in danger in this part of town?
But this is where I must be to feel the real beat of the city. I had to come, see it for myself, alone.
A cemetery behind a church. Not even the main cemetery. Just a podunk cemetery behind the church.
I understand your need for solitude, but it's not safe around here.
I don't care. I don't have many friends, Doctor, and my family despises me.
If some misfortune came upon you, who would be here to help you?
Well, you, for a start, my dear Doctor.
Putting a lot of faith in me when you don't even really know me.
Tell me, Mr. Nethercott, why seek inspiration in Whitechapel?
The place is not beautiful per se, but how to explain it? Stirring and challenging.
In what way, exactly?
The struggle by gaslight, the barren smiles, and the added hunger under the rain.
If you say so.
Such vibrant antagonism and vivid paradox. The stripped humanity raged across each street.
Vivid, of course, yes. And what about the poignant distress?
Oh, yes, the poignant distress. You see what I mean, don't you? That's what I want to write about, and that's what Whitechapel is made of.
Do you not think it a little morbid?
On the contrary, sir. Whitechapel is full of life, full of beauty. Just like my dear muse, the wonderful Camellia.
What can you tell me about Camellia?
Not much. And that's the beauty of it. She can't speak, you know. She's a locked mystery who exhales kindness and sweetness.
And have you ever tried to learn more about her? Where she lives? How she survives? Whom she may know?
Maybe I prefer she remains an enigma. Reality can be so dull, don't you think?
Perhaps you're just afraid to find out the truth about your muse.
One day, perhaps, I'll ask her to come with me. But will she still be my wild flower of Whitechapel if she moves uptown?
I'll leave you alone.
I don't get these people at all. Is that a gate that can be opened? It is not a gate that can be opened. At least, I guess not yet. I don't know.
Game you pay for peace of mind. Can't you just look the other way this week, Joe? Come on, we can sort it out, right? It's not my call,
There's nobody here.
Bull crap. Darius is there. Yeah, you're full of crap, lady.
It's all a bloody joke to you, isn't it? Sticking drugs for the sick and suffering.
You don't seem well.
I always...
I can try to help your body heal, sir. But you must stop destroying it.
The war destroyed me, Doctor.
A gun, alcohol, and a bad temper.
I'm gonna have to look up what Torquemada and Savonarola mean, because I am curious. Yep, there it is, the dreaded loading screen.
Streets, not me.
Someday you'll understand. You've wasted your life away.
The Swanborough cordial can be the answer to all your problems.
Joe, please, I don't have your money. Come on, Barrett, you know the game you pay for peace.
Good evening, Harry. May I come in?
Sure. Is there only pain and suffering in this world?
So, may I...
I'm not bothered.
Do you need any...
Yes, I do.
You'll feel better with...
I'm not...
Goodbye, young man.
Even my dreams are soaked with glue.
Cadigan Bates has a cold. I'd have to find her really quick to assess her blood quality, but she's usually pretty healthy. She's reclusive. She's usually over here. There she is. Oh, what? Really? Oh, that sucks.
Angel made flesh, I tell you.
Hi.
It's locked, all right. Good evening, miss. I'm Dr. Reed. I'd like to ask you a few questions. I know what you're thinking. A tall stranger who meets a girl in the street at night. It reeks of the penny dreadfuls. But I mean you no harm, truly. Tell me about Richard Nethercott. I understand he is quite fond of you, Camellia. I know you understand what I'm saying. Your silence has nothing to do with you being mute, does it? Very well. Goodbye then.
Unfortunately, that's as far as I'm going to be able to get in Whitechapel. Oh. I have to run that treatment for anemia to Rufus. And then after that, I gotta go through and see if I can't do any of the equivalent of the side quests or little mini missions, whatever you want to call them. Thief.
When science fails you.
Dysfunctional family. That's it for Whitechapel for now. Now I've got to go to the what's it called? The East Docks, the East End Docks, whatever they are. Ooh, goodies. Oh yeah, and I gotta give this guy treatment for fatigue.
Hey, Doc. You're lucky to be at
This place
Consider yourself lucky that I'm treating all of my patients equally. But don't push your luck.
Don't play the innocent with me. I'm sure you have good reasons to act this way. And also weaknesses that can be exploited.
Buddy, you don't want to even attempt to exploit my weaknesses. Because you mess up even once, and I'll pretty much lynch you.
Please, sir.
What's going on?
I'm Blight, sir. Newton Blight. I've lost my mate. Can't find him anywhere.
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed from the Pembroke Hospital.
Blight.
Please, calm down and give me more details.
Oswald and myself were both infantry, sir.
Poetic.
We were en route for the hospital, but we had a disagreement.
How long have you been...
I can't go there. Too many rats by the water. Fucking rats. Can't stand them since the war, sir. Can't stand them at all.
Don't be ashamed, Mr. Blight. Many soldiers who survived the trenches suffer from musophobia. I'll see what I can do for your friend.
Healthy. Good deal.
What can you tell me about...
I'm Oswald's best friend.
This is a dangerous...
We were looking for the...
What can you tell...
His name is Oswald Thatcher. We survived the war together. Oswald is...
Where was your friend the last time you saw him?
He went down by the canal. He didn't want to go to the hospital. I think he went to the sewers on purpose. So I couldn't go after him.
I have all the information I need for now. If I find anything out about your friend, I'll let you know as soon as I can.
Thank you, Dr. Reed.
Goodies. More goodies.
Did you hear me? Not a good place for a stroll.
Leech spotted! Watch out, boys!
It's one of them!
Shit, that leech is far!
Come on. Crap. Lifted him straight up off the ground. Problem solved. Shittings! Shotgun shell, common handle part. Oh crap. Spring and 2 shillings. Ooh, goodies. Grease, aluminum powder. There we go, fully topped off. Uh-oh, someone's in trouble.
This is Braille. I need someone who can read this.
Come on, and I will show you how a wet boot does business. Get away from me, you bastard! Get the fuck out, you tricky
Come on. This is getting ridiculous. You're gonna pay for all the times you bit me. Arthur Woodbind, or Woodbean, or Woodbead,
Are you all
whatever.
right, sir? What are you doing in a place like this?
I'm not sure that's any of your business.
I hope you realize that staying here will put your life at great risk.
Ha! I'm not afraid of these guards of Priwen, or whatever these thugs call themselves. I can still kick some respect into those youngsters.
I wasn't specifically referring to them, but are you really after these men? Why?
They took my boy! I've had no news since he joined that crazy gang. So I decided to come and find him myself, to get some answers.
I see. But as I said, your life is at risk if you
would
stay
be.
here. And I'm not referring to the gangs either. You should leave, sir.
Well, this part of town used to be nicer, let's say. Perhaps you're right. This isn't the best way to save Andrew.
Okay, good. He's healthy. And he's of sound mind. Okay, bullets. Shillings! More shillings! Aluminum powder and aluminum shard. Bloody letter. Not going to attempt to read that.
There's a name engraved under the blood on the back of the case. Jack Gillingham. Maybe I should return this watch to his family.
Yeah, maybe.
Evening, Rufus.
Evening, Mr. Reed.
Do you need help?
A real doctor caring about me.
A real doctor treats everyone the same, Rufus.
I don't know what to say. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
So long, Rufus.
I'll be right back, folks. I have returned. Edwina Cox.
You again. What do you want?
Goodbye.
Perhaps I should shut my turquoise for the time.
Oh yeah, 'cause he's bullcrap.
The sewer dog's fault, they say. Then the gangs, the epidemics, everyone's throwing the blame.
I wonder why. Snicky. Easy. Yeah, I won't be able to go down there and rescue what's-his-face until I actually sleep and talk to Edgar Swansea.
It's a leech! Kill it!
You suck at aiming. Yep, there's the dreaded loading screen.
Determination. I know I can count on you. I wish I could say the same.
Ooh, goodies. Yep. Iron fluid. Or fluid high in iron. More goodies. Goodies!
Strickland's project could be dangerous. I have a mind to report him to Dr. Ackroyd.
Wait, did it fix itself? Hey, if it fixed itself, that's more XP. Worth checking.
Good evening, Dr. Strickland.
And good evening to you, Dr. Reed. Can I be of any help?
I'll be. It fixed itself.
I have managed to improve the mixture by diluting it. Have you ever heard of Sir Joseph Francis Olive? Or the placebo effect?
No, I don't think so. Why?
A placebo is a substance or procedure that has no actual physical effect.
You made a placebo of my project. Why?
Research has established that a placebo, as long as the subject believes in the effect, can provoke a positive physiological reaction.
Really?
It's actually true.
And you want me to, what, administer the placebo and see what occurs?
Something like that, yes.
Well, I'm a bit surprised, but I trust you, Dr. Reed. Please take the key to my cabinet and put this placebo there for future use.
Goodbye, Dr. Strickland.
Holy crap. It fixed itself. That's awesome. I wish all the problems of the world would just fix themselves. But then it would be a boring world. Shillings! Can't get into that. Can't get into that. Ooh, what's this? Oh, a letter from Dr. Swansea. Oh, letter to Dr. Swansea from Ackroyd. About Nurse Brannigan.
At least Strickland can't kill anyone with this formula.
Well, he can if he drowns them with it. Don't worry, I'm used to be a doctor. Ooh, rivets. Gonna need those for later. Time to sleep. Time to get strong. Hard biting. Big thirst. Wait, how much big thirst did I get so far? Okay, maybe not right now. Stealth is kind of weak in this game, to be honest. I mean, you could sneak past just about everything if you really want to. And Shadow Veil does help to a certain degree if there's a huge crowd of enemies. But if there's a chaplain or a reverend in the crowd, then he'll be able to see you regardless as to whether or not you're using Shadow Veil. So that's probably a bad idea. Spring does a small amount of damage, gets me a decent distance, and has a pretty good range. Blood Barrier would really be useful. Coagulation is just too expensive at the moment for what I've got. Claws is a damage. Claws does damage that is resistible. And I'm sure, as all of you have seen, enemies have been resisting the crap out of my melee, and Claws does melee damage. Blood Spear does blood damage. Shadow Mist does darkness damage. My health a little bit, up my endurance, and get Shadow Mist. We'll work with that for now. And let's see the fruits of my labors. No. No! Ah! Yep. Wonderful. Just wonderful. Well, I will pick this up at a later date, folks. It is getting late, and I am taking this step by step. I'm going to try. I really am going to try and stream on a regular basis, a little bit more frequently. But as you can see, things like this happen.